Good morning, Vince. How you doing today?
Doing great.
It looks like you are rigged up to do something. Why don't you tell the folks watching this video what you're about to do?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm really grateful we have an opportunity to jump with the Golden Knights today for the Chicago Air and Water Show. So we just got through with the orientation, had everything explained to us, so we're excited.
So you're ready to go 2.5 miles above Chicago, jump out and land on the beach.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so is there anything else you want to say before we go up and do this?
No, just really excited to be here. Glad to have this opportunity and feel like we're in great hands, so we're excited.
Well, I'd like to point out one thing, that you don't have a parachute. You just have a giant danger sign on your back.
Right. This would be a bad idea to jump in this current state.
That's right.
I'm anticipating that there will be a parachute at some point.
Well, that's where Joe comes into play. We'll introduce Joe
Vince,
here.
how you doing?
Hey, buddy.
How long have you known me? About 20 minutes?
20 minutes is a pretty good estimate, yeah.
And you trust me? Throw you out of an airplane today.
Let's do it.
Sounds like a lot of fun, only in the Army.
All right. I guess all that's left is to go do this, so what do you say?
Excited.
All right, we'll see you up there.
All right, pal. Thank you.
Hey, oh, thumbs up all the way.
Yeah, Vince.
Right on.
Have you looked out the window yet?
Good.
You do realize we're not even halfway there yet, right?
I'm excited.
You're excited, ready to jump out of this airplane?
There you go.
So is there anything you want to say before we do this, before you and Abe get linked up and then you gracefully exit this aircraft?
Oh, it's so awesome to be jumping and landing on the beach of the city. It's going to be great. I'm excited.
Cool. Abe, what about you? Are you ready?
Hey, I'm feeling pretty good. I think we're going to go out and have a lot of fun together 2.5 miles above Chicago. What can you ask for?
Exactly.
All right, guys. I'll see you outside.
Only 6 o'clock in the morning and my heartbeat is out of control. 10 minutes until boarding, feels like I'm about to explode. Time for the ride up, tension started to swirl. I can't believe I'm gonna free fall from the top of the world. Senses peaked with a crazy anticipation. Feeling like this, tell me how the hell can I be patient? Jumpsuit rig, Google helmet all in place. Double checking just in case. I'm elated, baby, freedom one green light away, and I just can't wait.
Every time you wanna feel freedom in your life, just go skydiving, baby, go skydiving, yeah. Every time you wanna feel freedom in your life, just go skydiving, baby, go skydiving, yeah.
Spread my wings, time to fly. One step out, all it takes for me to touch the sky. So amazing, so liberating. 12,000 feet, AGL, so breathtaking. Belly down, box me now. 4 minutes of pleasure without any spark of distraction around. State of mind, euphoria, wish it could last forever.
Vince, awesome. You just jumped out of an airplane with the United States Army parachute team, the Golden Knights.
We did it with the best. It was incredible.
Let's go ahead and take your helmet off. That's right here. Go ahead and pull those goggles off.
So fun. Thanks, pal. Oh, thanks so much. It was so much fun. Thanks for making it a great time. Thanks to you, pal, for making it so much fun. I appreciate it. Really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Vince, you had a little taste of the U.S. Army. You know a little bit about being Army strong, right? 2.5 miles up. What better can you get, right?
The Army's the best, and to get a chance to do it with you guys, we had a blast. It was incredible, so thank you.
Vince, let's watch your mom come in for landing.
Well done. Hi, I'm Vince Vaughn, and now I know what Army Strong is all about.
Chicago is filled with greatness. Great stadiums, parks, the lake, all pure Chicago. And so is Rogers Auto Group. famous for exceptional service and their no baloney low price guarantee. No wonder they were chosen Chicago's auto store. Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Hyundai, and quality certified pre-owned vehicles in the new South Loop, 2720 South Michigan Avenue. Online at RogersAutoGroup.net.
Sweet Deal Chicago.
Rogers Auto Group, Chicago's auto store.
Next, from Chicago, we speak with Jim Russell of the Illinois Association of School Boards about the issues facing school board members this year and the learning curve for those who are newly elected as school board members. This runs about 8 minutes. James Russell, you're the Associate Executive Director of the Illinois Association of School Boards, being held here in Chicago. Just give us an overview, if you would. What is the purpose of this, and who are those who attend?
Well, thanks. We want to just basically say this is a conference for school board members, superintendents, and school business officials. In fact, it is sponsored by the associations for all three of those members. And so that would include anybody who's a member of those organizations throughout the entire state of Illinois. We anticipate having about 10,000 visitors here this year, and it's something that, again, would be not only including those people, but also school attorneys, regional superintendents, the professors of educational administration, a lot of exhibitors, and guests as well.
You're involved in some aspects of putting together the conference, I would guess. How do you decide, or how is it decided what panels to have? What are the topics that people need to know?
Well, we put out a formal request for proposals right after the conference ends, and then we solicit those from school districts. So a lot of local public school districts get the chance to draft a proposal and submit that, and to share their experiences and expertise with other neighboring, school board members. We also impanel experts from vendors, from our own staff, from other organizations who have, again, experiences that we think might give not just new school board members or new superintendents, but also people who maybe have been here for a long time, but they haven't faced maybe this particular issue or problem. And so we have close to 115 panels over the course of 3 days. So they have a lot to pick from.
I think a lot of times when people think of educational conferences, they think of teachers. We hear so much about teachers, and understandably so. But I think one of the interesting differences here is this is more the executive side, or the management side of education, if you will.
Yes, this is the school management side, the other half of the equation of public education. It's equally important to the labor side of it, because these are the people who make the policy decisions that go into, giving the administration their orders, if you will, of for them then to implement what we want to happen in the schools. The school board's role is very limited. It's to hire a superintendent and then turn over by policy what they want and expect in their schools. So that's why conferences like this are important, because it's one of the very few times actually that all these people can get together at one place at one time and commingle and share, network, attend panel sessions, etc., so that they really feel like they're on, they're all part of that same equation, the management side of school business.
It's probably like any industry too. When you talk to your counterparts, sometimes you might find out that you're not the only guy having that problem.
Absolutely. If nothing else, the camaraderie that comes out of this, the friendships, and they last. I mean, it's not something that you just meet somebody one time. This recycles, and that's a great part of this. One of the byproducts that's unspoken, I guess, if you will, is that you make friendships in the course of public service, and then you continue those relationships for a very long time.
There's probably a lot of people out there who have never ever thought of running for a school board. Who are the people that make up the school boards across the state? What walks of life are they from?
every walk of life. We have close to 6,000 elected school board members in Illinois. We do a survey every couple of years of our membership to kind of get the demographics and the breakdown. I mean, it's men and women. It is certainly parents, but it's also non-parents. I mean, we have people who have been in their elected school board position, some for more than 40 years. Now, obviously, they don't have children in school anymore. They may not have grandchildren in school anymore, but the idea of school board service is these are mostly lay people who run for a good reason. They're typically motivated because they want to add something, or maybe sometimes they want to subtract something. You know, they see something they want to change. But more often than not, they do it for altruistic reasons, which is the best reason to run for a public office. Very few run for stepping stones or for their own personal or political ambitions. That's not the nature of school board service, unlike a lot of other elected offices. But we, as you know, we have school board elections coming up next year in April. It's every other year in an odd number of years. Most school boards will be electing 4 or 3 members to their school boards, or I should say the public will be, and we'll have a turnover typically of around 27%. So a good number of them do run again and continue their service more than just one 4-year term.
And then in closing, if there's anyone out there who thinks, well, maybe I would, but maybe they're consider running, but they're intimidated by not necessarily knowing all the issues, would it be fair to say that your association is one of the reasons for it is to help those new members on school boards to come up to speed and educate them on the whys and wherefores?
That is certainly one of our primary goals, is excellence in local school governance. We know that they have to hit the ground running. I mean, the moment they're elected, they're in office, almost literally the very next day, and they have to start making decisions. That's why we have a number of new board member workshops that will continue all next summer so that they can get acclimated quicker. And it's on various subjects: school law, school finance, just running school board meetings and how to participate, how to be more effective as a school board member. And then, of course, they can come to this conference and pick up the things that maybe they don't pick up in their new school board member workshops as well. So it is, I'd say it's challenging for them. It's challenging for us, but this is what we do. And we hope that that takes the place of any kind of mandatory training. In fact, we provide this to districts. This is part of their membership. They do pay a fee to maybe take additional classes, but ideally they're doing this because they want to. There is no mandatory training required in Illinois, and we're very proud of the fact that most school board members, in fact, do seek training. Not because they have to, but because they want to, and they're willing to, because they want to be good school board members, not just school board members.
Well, Jim Russell, we hope you had a good conference, and we appreciate you taking the time to speak with us.
Thank you very much, Terry.
You're watching the Illinois Channel, an independent nonprofit corporation formed to provide gavel-to-gavel coverage of Illinois state government and other public affairs events taking place across Illinois.
It all started with a big bang. Wait, we don't have to go that far. The Earth was formed 4.5 billion years ago. No, it's still too far. Try this. It's the Middle Ages. People in Britain run out of firewood, start burning coal. But they use up the coal on the ground. Miners dig deep. Coal mines fill with water. Samuel Newcomen invents a coal-burning steam engine to pump out water so miners can keep digging. James Watt makes it practical for other uses. Now we have ingredients for the Industrial Revolution, fossil fuels, and a way to put them to work. All hell breaks loose. Coal miners bog down lugging coal. Rails make it easier. Rails and steam engine combined make a railroad. Michael Faraday makes the first electric motor. Nikola Tesla invents alternating current. Soon utility companies start burning coal to generate electricity. Meanwhile, Edwin Drake drills the first rock oil well in Pennsylvania, and Carl Daimler builds an automobile running on petroleum. Coal tar and oil are turned into industrial chemicals and pharmaceuticals that prolong life, more population growth. The Wright brothers start oil-fueled aviation. Fritz Haber and Karl Bosch make fertilizer from fossil fuels. Fertilizer and oil-powered tractors expand food production, feeding more people. World War I is the first fossil-fueled conflict. Then comes World War II, giving us guided missiles and atom bombs. In between is a Great Depression, partly caused by overproduction. Powered assembly lines make products faster than people need them. Advertising executives invent consumerism to soak up overproduction. It's the 1950s. Advertisers use television to hook new generations of consumers. In the 70s, there's an oil shock. Everyone's shocked to realize how dependent they are on oil. With the energy crisis, the environmental movement is born. But oil prices fall and everyone forgets energy shortages. There's a showdown between market and planned economies. Market wins. Goodbye, evil Soviet empire. Politicians decide the market will solve everything. Personal computers arrive. Globalization takes over when the market notices labor is cheaper in China. Suddenly everyone has a cell phone, but world oil production stalls out. China is now burning half the world's coal to make export products. But where will China get more coal and oil to fuel more growth? Environmental problems everywhere. Rising CO2 levels lead to record heat waves, floods, droughts. Oceans acidify. Topsoil erodes by 25 billion tons a year from industrial agriculture. Ancient forests disappear. Species go extinct at 1,000 times normal rates. Fresh water is scarce or polluted. Oil companies drill in miles of seawater because the easy oil is gone. But a deep water oil platform explodes and fouls the Gulf of Mexico. Manufacturing moves to polluting countries where labor is cheap, while the U.S. becomes a casino. The financial sector is 40% of the economy. But Wall Street is over-leveraged. Banks fail. Unemployment soars. Credit evaporates. The economy is on the verge of collapse. Okay, present time. It's amazing how far we've come in 200 years, just 3 human lifetimes, from the beginning of industrialism till now. But where are we headed? We can't keep doubling human population. We can't keep dumping carbon in the atmosphere. We can't keep ruining topsoil. We can't keep growing population and consumption or basing our economy on depleting fossil fuels. We can't just print more money to solve the debt crisis. It's been an exhilarating ride, but there are limits. Now, it's not the end of the world, but we have to do 4 things fast. Learn to live without fossil fuels, adapt to the end of economic growth as we've known it, support 7 billion humans and stabilize population at a sustainable level, and deal with our legacy of environmental destruction. In short, we have to live within nature's budget of renewable resources at rates of natural replenishment. Can we do it? We have no choice. Alternative energy sources are important, but none can fully replace fossil fuels in the time we have. Also, we've designed and built our infrastructure for transport, electricity, and farming to suit oil, coal, and gas. Changing to different energy sources will require us to redesign cities, manufacturing processes, healthcare, and more. We'll also have to rethink some of our cultural values. None of our global problems can be tackled in isolation, and many cannot be fully solved. We have to prepare for business as unusual. Our best goal is resilience, the ability to absorb shocks and keep going. If we do nothing, we still get to a post-carbon future, but it will be bleak. However, if we plan the transition, we can have a world that supports robust communities of healthy, creative people and ecosystems with millions of other species. One way or the other, we're in for the ride of a lifetime. Understand the issues and pitch in. It's all hands on deck.
Hello, this is Philip Jewell for Blue Hat TV. Today we are going to revisit the 2010 Tucson Gem and Mineral Show. We started with a hunt for American turquoise by visiting the Sunshine Turquoise Company of Albuquerque, New Mexico. We then stopped to see Gene Jennings at Elgin Stones, which specializes in turquoise from the No. 8 mine in Carlin, Nevada.
But you see, you start seeing nodules here on the outside. Now when you see those nodules, this could be good.
Mineral Sarai from Tokyo featured lapis and turquoise multi-strand necklaces. Well over budget on turquoise, we moved on to charoite, jade, and seraphinite at the Siberian Star booth. From there we moved on to ocean jasper at Madagascar Minerals. Purple jade was featured by Hard Rock USA. We then found lapis lazuli rough at Mercari Traders. Here Catherine shows off the chrysoprase rough we bought from Clive Quiet just before we took a break for mariachi entertainment and a lunch that was provided by Top Gem Minerals. Top Gem Minerals featured a huge assortment of mineral specimens. Next we stopped to look at Chinese writing stone, black opals, Mediterranean coral, and ammonite. After a hard day of shopping, we stopped at the post office to make a shipment home. Then we headed back to the hotel for a night of rest before getting up and starting the hunt all over again. The next day, we started by viewing every quartz known to mankind. Quartzian Exportadora from Brazil featured many large obelisks and spheres. We then moved on to large amethyst geodes and a nice stone picnic table for your patio. Canada Fossils Limited from Calgary featured large Canadian ammonites. We then stopped to see John Dyer's gemstone carvings. Our last stop was at the AGTA Gem Fair at the Tucson Convention Center. This huge show features many of the world's largest gem wholesalers. More than 8,100 buyers attended the 2010 show, which is a 7% increase over last year's attendance. The Cultured Pearl Association of America featured several examples of pearl jewelry and the traveling exhibit of the U.S. Capitol, which was made up of more than 217,000 Akoya cultured pearls. On our next show, we will be visiting Paul Henry's Art Gallery in downtown Hammond, Indiana. You may view additional Blue Hat TV videos at bluehat.tv or visit our regular website at bluehat.biz and click on the video blog link. Thanks for watching Blue Hat TV.